The real world isn't spotless, so we need to add imperfections to our renders to add this layer of authenticity. If you take a look at my flat, for example, first of all, it's not even that flat. Here, I'll demonstrate. Here's an apple. Yeah. Okay, got to admit, my girlfriend pushed the apple, but I'll demonstrate with this chair. Watch. Move. Yeah, there it is, that's the spot. There's no perfectly straight line. Everything has edge wear. It's not even aligned properly. There's a lot of dirt, especially tucked away in the corners. Tons of wear and tear. Got some water stains on the glass. I may even have some mold. Surfaces have a lot of scratches and dents, marks everywhere. The paint job is awful here as well. I need to complain to my landlord more often. I think edge wear is the most common form of imperfections. The corners always get damaged. There's a lot of chips on the paintwork on my desk. At least my keyboard is still pristine. This scene is from my upcoming film. It's still work in progress, but I want to add some imperfections early on, especially around the focal point. The first thing I do is uneven some surfaces and edges. 3D scenes tend to look 3D because of all the straight lines. So I add more mesh, use a sculpting brush, and deform the object slightly, especially the edges. I recommend grabbing textures from Polyhaven. It's a good start, and if we deform it, it adds so much more. I'll do the same thing for the floor with the tile. Emphasis on the edges. I'm really liking the edge damage here. Same here, this is too perfect. Let's add some bends. Especially to the base. This is okay, I mean, this isn't the focal point, so don't need to spend too much time here. The second thing I do is I overlay dirt, scratches, grime, and so on top of the existing texture. Remember this I got from Polyhaven? Now I'm going to overlay some dirt. I'm using a few nodes for this. So I start with a mix shader and mix a diffuse. And I use dirt images I found from a quick Google search. Then I mix this in with a color ramp, add a math node and some ambient occlusion. Let's see the results. So here it is without the overlay and now with. It's all about believability. I'm going to repeat this process for these tiles. Before and after. I like very much. For more edge damage, I use a paid add-on. Now I try to keep things low budget, but once in a while I'll buy an add-on to save me a heap of time. A good one is Fluent Materializer. It quickly adds grunge effects and edge wear to a lot of my objects, so I don't have to mess around with materials for a long time. So I highly recommend it. Let's take a look at these wooden panels. With this add-on, I just tap F to bring up the menu, add a mix layer, then a edge node. Easy as that. Breaks up the sterile wood and adds grunge. It's so plain without it. Bam! Grunge. This sign is a great example. Doesn't look believable. Add edge wear as a mask and orange for the rust. Far better. Same for the window. A darkened edge grunge works very well. And add some dust, again like we did for the floor. Perfect. Yeah, this sign is too clean. Need to add damage. The foam is perfectly fine though, because I didn't make it, someone else did. Help? Help? The other thing I've noticed in real life is that quite a few objects are shiny and metallic, apart from clothing. So I've increased the metallic value for quite a few of my materials. Let's increase the metallic value for the wood, but not too much. Same for the panels. Looks much better in my opinion. But too much shine can be distracting, so let's be careful with it and remove the distracting parts. Okay, let's see the difference. In my opinion, the right one with all the changes looks more believable and therefore better. It's all about selling the scene. It's these finer details that really make the scene come to life. I need to experiment more for my film, but it's a good start. So I'll get cracking and I'll see you next week with next week's update. Peace.